Yeah, a couple things that we did do that I think helped were we did do inositol in milkshakes. Inositol is something that it's a natural supplement that can help with OCD
Mm-hmm.
behaviors. Um, I didn't measure it. I didn't have any charts or graphs that went with it, but we did that for a while. We were also part of an ASU initial study on fecal bacterial transplant,
Mm-hmm.
and they measured my son. They measured
Microbiome.
Houston's his
Uh-huh.
fecal bacteria, and amazingly, his bacteria was very simple. So, a normal human being has a huge gut biota
Yeah.
of a range of bacteria, and his were a solid three types.
Mm-hmm.
And then there were very minuscule bar lines of others, but his was not a wide, varied
Yeah.
gut bacteria. So we really began to supplement with some high quality liquid prebiotic and probiotic,
Mm-hmm.
postbiotic supplements. That was around age 16, 17, when he was really growing in his piano and his ability to focus and study. I mean, so I think one of the things is you can never give up. You have to remember that the child's going to grow and change. They're not going to stay the way that they are in that particular moment where
Mm-hmm.
they're just melting down and frustrating you so much. Um, I think that what the things that we did is I always looked at what seemed to calm him down.
Mm-hmm.
And, his consequence sometimes was to go out and jump on the trampoline for 15 minutes. Um, that those kinds of things, if I just took a toy away or if I just took away his game controller or those kinds of things, that was not good. But
Mm-hmm.
if I set it up ahead of time, if you choose to do blank, then I will take your game controller. And then I was consistent about it.
Mm-hmm.
The therapist really helped me with that. Um, I mentioned fireworks. It's funny, his vestibular system really did need stimulation. And I think a lot of parents of autistic children should know that because now Houston does fireworks for shows.
Mm-hmm.
He's paid to do them, sometimes $300 or $400 for an Arizona Diamondbacks game.
Wow.
Or somebody gets married and they want fireworks at their downtown Tempe hotel and they get the permit. And my son works for, I think it's Western Pyrotechnics. So yeah, it's interesting if you can find their gifts and what really drives them
Mm-hmm.
and just keep going that direction and keep pushing them into that direction. That's, as a teacher and as a mom, that's where I say, even our typical children need that.
Mm-hmm.
Now he monitors himself. He's really good at taking supplements, and also he does not do gluten
Mm-hmm.
most times. He can do gluten, but he doesn't choose to do it on a regular basis because it causes a lot more perseveration, and he gets very anxious, cannot focus as well on his day and get through it.
Yes.
There is something in his gut bacteria that he's lacking. It's called SIG-A,
Mm-hmm.
SIGA. It's some sort of enzyme. Um, and this might help other parents if they have their child's gut bacteria analyzed. But the SIG-A is something that is low in children that are malnutritioned or starving
Mm-hmm.
in underdeveloped countries. And so one of the things that Houston goes through is he is extremely expensive to feed.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, he eats high quality food, but he has to have a wide variety of foods. He has to have a lot of different types of fiber and
Mm-hmm.
healthy protein, or it's just he eats so much. And I don't know if it's that malnutrition enzyme that he has or is lacking. But clearly the nutritional factor of the food has difficulty being absorbed in his body.